You gotta have two monitors for this. I was thinking I could do it without two monitors, but for live streaming, you gotta have. I mean, if you want to do it right, you want to have a technical live stream, you gotta. You gotta have an extra. So it's 5 o'clock Eastern Standard, and I am in here once again. I really want to learn about deserialization because stuff like this keeps me up at night. If I don't know, it's like, let me aim the camera toward me so you can know that I'm speaking to you. Stuff like this keeps me up. So, yes. So, Celestial, which typically I prepare beforehand, but Celestial is a Linux box, and that's a little bit off-putting to me because for the last 6 months I've been studying only Windows just to make sure I'm providing value for people taking the OSCP. It seems to me the concerns for the OSCP shifted from web app stuff to Active Directory stuff. I guess that's fitting because Active Directory is either 40 points or 0 points. So, I took it before the Active Directory was a thing. They did have Active Directory in the labs and had a lot of fun with those, but yeah. So here's Celestial. I don't know what framework it uses, so that'll be interesting. But JavaScript, log analysis, software and data integrity failures. I don't know what that means. So I'll give 3 more minutes for people to get into the chat and start coming in. Remember if you find this content helpful, remember to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, also do that as well, because there's 2 types of people in this world. People that watch your videos and leech off of you and don't subscribe. And then there's the people that subscribe. So that's my pitch for the day. I've been working on that. So this is, let me prepare really quick. So this is from the last video, the last live stream. And again, if you don't remember, we're working on, if you're new or just getting in, we're working on serialization. I don't know if you notice, like when I'm thinking, one of my eyes blink. If you watch that, like if you watch my videos and you see one of my eyes blink like that, it's because I'm thinking, and it's because I'm probably full of caffeine and just gone in the head. Megder, Celestial, and CD into that joint. And then I want to get multiple. So now I'm gonna need it. Three should do it. My server is running. Oh, well, this is TCP dump, but my web server is also running. What is this? This is also TCP dump, it looks like. Why would I have 2 running? Oh. No, I have 2 running actually. It's very strange of me. Anyway, let's flush all of this out and then start again. And I think we're good. Let us ping the box. And typically I would have my script scan already ready. Let me think of what's going to happen right now. So it's weird because Hack the Box must have changed because they're giving the VIP Plus members free IPs. Like, this is a free IP scheme for Hack the Box. I don't mind. It's just that it's just a noticeable change for me. Fortresses. Why is it still Fortresses? So just give me a minute to set up and make sure everything's good. I should not be connected to Fortresses. Let's try that again. So, fun fact about Windows, if you don't know this, typically you want to disable ICMP for your workstations. So you don't want people pinging your workstations. You do need ICMP enabled for your servers. So that if somebody's doing any kind of maintenance, I don't get what's up with changing my IP address. Like, they changed my IP address so much now. I was 10.10.14.24 for like a really long time. And now it's like I'm just anything depending on whatever Hack the Box wants to give me. It's one of those days again. Remember, I don't know if you watched the live stream Monday, but remember it was just like mad craziness going on. Number box doesn't want to populate or come up. I don't know why I think that's going to work. Can we ping 10.10.14.1? We can. So, we should be able to ping 10.10. Oh, I'm pinging the wrong thing. Am I? What is it? 10.10.10.85. Bang. So we're just going to immediately start the Nmap. So it is 5:07. I'm going to be quiet and go into study mode. 5:08 now. So we'll stop at 5:28. And then when I break, I'll just like talk like I normally do. Unable to connect. Okay, maybe it is on a weird port. So I'm just gonna do a Nmap. Uh-oh. $3,000. Okay. Celestial. I read that it was a deserialization. If it's not, we're going to pivot to fingerprint. Waiting. Nothing is populating. Nothing's still populating. So let me tell you what, let us, because it doesn't make any, the initial nmap would have, yeah. Servers. What is this? Stop. If anything came back. Port 3000. Wait a minute. That's not new. Yeah, I'm not. Let's switch gears here, because this is ridiculous. My sense scan should have come back by now. So, normally if you're making if you have a web server, you put it on a, it doesn't have to be 80, but it's going to be something that people are used to. So it's going to be 80, 80, 80, something like that. It's not going to be, if it's on any other port, I don't know. That's silly to me. It is possible, but I'm just saying, like, what's the point in that? What are you testing at that point? So we're going to pivot to fingerprint and spawn. It says source code review, external Flask, local file inclusion. So it's kind of like I said in one of my YouTube videos, where it's like you don't have to be intimidated or afraid of insane, because none of these are difficult. It's just chaining them together. Of course, there are exceptions, but typically none of them are going to be difficult. It's just finding that way to go boom, 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 boom. And it may just be a long chain, but it should be fine. We're going to CD out of that. We're going to make their fingerprint. A CD and fingerprint. And then we'll just do an nmap, SS, and then so I talked about it on one of my videos, I think Monday, but if you follow the law of compounded automation, and again, I already said I was going to make a video, but compounded automation, you work on scripts, you work on automating things, and you're not going to see a noticeable difference the first time or the second time when you make those 1% additions to your scripts. Over time, give it a year, your script is going to be 36.5 times stronger than it was when you first built it. Meaning you're going to be probably 36.5 times faster. And so that's how you approach insane boxes. That's how you approach advanced boxes. The fact that you can consolidate those gains with your efficiency and your quickness. So now your brain is freed up to do more things. Don't be afraid of any type of capture the flag or challenge or anything like that when you follow that principle. So I'm going to go ahead and do my script scan now. nmap. No, commander. See my IP 10.10.11. What's the IP? 227. 227, and then fingerprint, and then into bash. And again, if you don't know what that's doing, that's a custom tool of mine. What? Port specifications are illegal. Is it, yep, I knew something was going on. Oh, 127. Type that into bash. All right, so now we can begin our study session. Finally, it's 5:17, and we're going to go just another 10 minutes. So I'm going to be quiet. Troubleshooting, bro. Not gonna work. None of those are gonna work. Right here and go to 880. It works. Nothing. Let's see what else I got in this thing. I have Hydra. What is this? What? 200. Log in. Oh, damn. Attention to detail. I want y'all to see me grinding. I guess there's nobody in the room right now. It's just me. And when I blow up and this channel is big, I want y'all to come back to this video and see me grinding. Regardless, getting up every day, early in the morning, grinding. I want there to be a record of me. So we're looking at a post. All right, so I'm going to take a 10-minute break and just get my mind more relaxed so I can come back at it a little bit harder, a little bit stronger. So what I do, you probably already heard me talk about it, but I'm a threat hunter, and I would be considered mid-level management, not necessarily upper level management, and also the technical expert among my department, or my whatever you want to call it, group, cell, or whatever the case. We are Active Directory, basically. In a nutshell, we do work on other infrastructures and stuff like that, but it's basically mostly Active Directory that we're threat hunting on. The issues with Active Directory is because the concept is so old now. I'm thinking maybe 20 years old, probably off by a few years on that. But I would definitely say the concept of Active Directory is an adult by now. Active Directory, because it was so ubiquitous, and it still is, you have protocols that people are just used to, hackers are just used to, and they can run commands. They know the protocols that they could hide behind. And it's frustrating because if your boss says, hey, we need to hunt, can you insert subtitle in video? Oh, I don't know how to do that. Let's see. I'm going to definitely have to see how to do that. Let's Google that real quick. I'm going to Google that, how to do that, because I don't know if it's automated or not on live streams. And I'm a new live streamer, so there's that. But back to the story. You might get told, and you might say, hey, we're looking for a certain type of threat, and this threat is using this protocol, and no one has ever built a signature to catch people using this protocol. Build one. And you have to either tell your boss, yeah, we did it, or no, we didn't. And most of the time it's no, we didn't, because we didn't have the time or the resources. And that's like 90% of threat hunting. For like 10%, you collaborate, create a live stream by going to blah, 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 answer stream, create streams, click setup, turn on closed captions. So I am supposed to be able to do it. Let's see. I'm trying to turn on subtitles if you just jumped in. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. They want you to go through YouTube. I don't use the actual. I bring that up though. The fact is that as threat hunters, you're either paving the way or getting stuck, because if we want to really make a dent in our field, we have to. Let me see if it'll let me do that. If we want to make a dent in our field, we definitely have to think outside the box and go beyond where normal people are going on Twitter and Google. Manage videos. Let's try that. And live. Let's see. Analytics. View live control room. Okay. I think I got something here. Stream settings. Stream settings. The interfaces aren't intuitive. Edit. Customization. Details. Playlist. Play. Okay, here it is. Stream language. English. Content that's never aired on television. And then English, I guess. So I'm not sure if that worked, but test it out and see if that worked, and let me know in the chat if that worked. But it should be active now. I also wanted to live chat replay. Okay, so yeah, that should be good. If it's not, someone confirm they work. That they work. So it's being a threat hunter is exciting. It's an exciting field because if you figure it out, if you figure out how to hunt a certain protocol, you'll be the first, and then you'll be known for that. And then there's more money. There should be more money coming to you. But generally, it's because you're frankly incapable of doing it. Because if I am a guy that lives off of getting into networks and hacking and things like that, I've already studied on how to evade defenses. That's like a must-have before I jump out into the field. So you got to be smarter than that and figure it out. So that's why it's an exciting field, but you gotta be willing to take some punches. You gotta be willing to take some failures, and you gotta be ready to tell your boss we couldn't do it. Instead of you never want to tell your boss you can't do it. If it's something that's just like it's crazy to the point where it's like you can't do it, you need to hit them with a no, we can't do this, but we can do this. Instead of saying no, we can't do this, and here's why. You'll never make it far in this field if you're one of those guys that says no, we can't do it. No, we can't do it. We should just not do it. We suck. No, don't be that guy. Be saying no, we can't do this, but we can do this thing. And it's hard. It's not easy to always have that mindset. So I just activated, if you're just jumping in, I just activated subtitles. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting pretty good with YouTube. So if just a backstory behind me before we start back. We're going to start back in about 30 seconds. I used to be a YouTuber way back in like 2009. I had about 10,000 subscribers or so, and YouTube kicked me off. And this was before the live chats. This was when you had a 5-star rating for videos. And yeah, so I jumped off and I just wasn't serious about it for about 10 years. I was 24 when my last channel got deactivated, and I'm 35 now. And starting back, and it's not even YouTube anymore. It's something else. So, all right, I'm gonna start back. If you're new to the chat, if you like what I do and you appreciate it, please give me one of those and then subscribe. I am studying deserialization basically for the next week or so. So every box that I pick is going to deal with deserialization in some form or fashion. So it's 5:35. I'm going to start back studying. We're going to end at 5:55. That's Eastern Standard Time in America if you're somewhere else. So let's go. It's weird. No, I wasn't capturing. Start over. Uploads. No. What's this? What am I doing? Stalling around. Spreadsheet's on. Didn't do it. What? Okay. Okay. It's that. Okay. Going again. Change request method. Intercept the request. Forward. There we go. Alright, that did nothing. secondary. Let me see if intercept, drop this one. Okay, what I thought. I know somebody's going to probably call me an idiot for trying to crack a MD5 hash, but if there's already a password associated with this, then it'll bring it up. If not, then I guess it'll just, yeah. So yeah, I'm well aware of the power of MD5. So see what this is. Doesn't change either. Don't have any valid users. Okay, so let's see if we see that. Ooh. Don't know if it's Java. Yeah. So we'll go another 4 minutes and then I'll talk about my thoughts on this box. But I believe I'm in the wrong place for deserialization. Oh, secondary. I've never heard of that. Get fingerprint ID. Man. Come on. I hate to watch a video on a live stream, but yep. Okay, so it's 5:57 and take my second break. Basically, what I think about this box so far is, I truly believe that its job of deserialization with Oracle Sunfish being a Java application. I don't think that I have approached the page where deserialization is possible. As you know, or if you don't know, MD5 hashes, with probably very small notable exceptions, MD5 hashes are not reversible. And these are MD5 hashes. And then this one as well. So if this is a serialized object, it's just there. Is what I'm picking up. So I'm looking for something that I can break down to base 64. And then if I can't find that, I'm looking for just a raw object or a raw. Yeah, just a raw object. As far as I could just guess edit and just put MD5 hashes here off of Java objects, but then that'd just be like shooting in the dark, and that would take too long. So what I'm thinking is I'm missing a page. I haven't looked up the write-up, so I might be totally off base here. The only reason why I do retire boxes here is because active boxes aren't allowed. So I figured that this will give me a way to study so that I can get perspective, which is an active box finally. This is my fifth live stream. So far, I have learned that a serialized object is, it starts as an object. So an object, if you don't know, is data with properties and methods. And if you want to send that across the internet, you want to serialize that, or you want to convert that into bytes. Once you do that, it's more likely, and probably very likely, that you can communicate with a different operating system, or a different client, or something that's not typically compatible with that type of data, because you serialize it in bytes. So when you serialize something, you send it across the internet or whatever you're doing, and then that application deserializes it and reads the information. The serialization attack comes in where you say, okay, as an attacker, I'm going to be that middleman and take the object and decode it or deserialize it, and then put my own stuff in there. And from there, typically you test to see if you have code execution or command execution. I don't know what we want to say there, but in any case, you test it there, and you see if you can get a ping back. Out of all the boxes that I've done on serialization, I will tell you that judging from what I see here, I have not come across the serialized object just yet. So there's that. So this box I did read some interesting articles. It's important to know, though, if you're hunting for something, what you're looking at. Like, this is an insane box, but based off of what I've read, I am fairly confident that I have not approached the serialized object yet. What I could do, though, that I didn't even think about, is do a Nikto. What's the, is it U or H? I think it's H. That's probably wrong. 127. No, it's right. So sometimes you can do this, and Nikto will look in places that you didn't think to look. So maybe this will work. But what I'm thinking about doing is, so I don't know if you follow me or if you watch a lot of my live streams, I have a tool called Commander. If I keep rubbing the side of my face, it's because I got like a bump there or something, And I do stuff like that when I'm nervous. It's one of those things you're gonna have to get used to if you watch me live, because I don't script any of this. Anyway, I want to make my tool Commander to the point where it will scan the entire web app and it'll pull out potential LFI. It'll pull out potential cross-site scripting, and it'll pull out all of that stuff that I would have to find with my human eyeballs, with my sad little caveman eyeballs. And I always talk about the law of compounded automation. This is how you do it, you know. And if I could do that, then potentially I could look through the entire website for parameters. If I can do that, then I can say, all right, based on how these parameters look, this is definitely interesting as far as testing this for deserialization. This one is not. Or, you know, this is a cookie. Let's see what it is. This is a parameter used for usernames. This is a parameter used for passwords and stuff like that. So this would save me a ton of time, because Burp Suite is very slow to load. And then once you load it, you have to manually go to each website. But imagine a Go Buster. And if you want to steal this idea, by all means do it. Imagine a Go Buster that says, all right, boop, I just found a page. I'm about to scan that page for email addresses, usernames, local file inclusion / remote file execution inclusion, any cross-site scripting avenues, and any parameters. I'm going to put all of that, and then I'm going to output it to the screen. And I'm going to do that for every single, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to do it for every single page that I find. That'd be dope. And so that is the next, that's the next frontier for Commander. And again, I always encourage people, make your own automation scripts. It's cool to go ahead. It's cool to download things like WinPs and LinPs and use them to see how they are. But you'll never get that compounded automation, that speed when it comes to ethical hacking, until you begin to create your own automated tools. I keep saying it. I've been saying it all week. It's Wednesday. I've been saying that since Monday. I'm just going to drop a video because I feel like with these live streams, their motivation, and people get motivation from these live streams, but they don't get the technical information that I want them to get. So I'm going to have to do some short form content so that they can, like, my viewers can get the information and run with it versus having to put up with my personality, right? But yeah, I truly believe in, don't try to remember these commands. Like, this is a fail, man. I'm going to have to reach back. But yeah, this is the tool that I'm talking about, Commander. It's like, this is all pretty much my whole life here. And every command that I run normally, like Bloodhound, IEX for PowerShell, host, Etsy host, Chisel, self-signed certs. There's another host. Okay, I repeated it. My bad. Mounting, Python shell, improve the shell, encoding SQL, LFI, like everything that I can think of is in here. And so I don't waste time going back to say, what's that command? I don't waste time trying to think of it. I don't waste time tripping up on the command, right? And this already has saved, at least when I jump on the box, this saves at least 15 minutes. Minimum, probably more. So imagine when I come up with the module of this script that can look for LFI, that can look for parameters, that can look for SQL injection attempts, that can look for cross-site scripting, and what's the other one? Server-side template injection. There's one I'm forgetting. Cross-site scripting. You can look for all of that, and it can be like, hey, based off of what I see, here are all the things you're interested in. That probably would be an hour. So I think tomorrow I'm going to take a break from the whole deserialization grind, and me and you and anyone else that is watching the live stream, we're going to work on this tool together. And when I do that, I want to encourage you to build your own commander, as I don't want you to take mine. You can have it if you ask for it, but because you don't know the way I think, it will probably be harder for you to use this. But I mean, I don't mind. Again, I don't mind sharing it. It's just I encourage you to come up with your own. So if I wanted to run an MSF Venom port, I want to use 443 because I believe in 443. An extension, I want to do ASPX. Oops. There you go. I don't have to remember MSF Venom and blah, 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 or look at my notes. And not only that, but I have my stage list, and then I don't know what this one is. I don't know why I put that one there. Oh, it's reverse HTTP. So if you don't know, staged is when you have a C2. So if you do staged, Meterpreter is automatically going to put another IP between you and the victim, which is it's a lot more stealthy and it works a lot better. And then if you just do a stage list, it's just going to call back like your regular netcat. So it's one of those things where it's like just knowing that is super important. I got a message that says, "Sweet, yeah, man. It's crazy how our community tries to put a burden on themselves by, oh man, I don't remember that command. Oh, I suck. I don't worry about that at all, man. I say, okay, cool. That's another command. Let me put it in my tool. That way I don't have to memorize it. Python shell. Another dope example. You know how crazy this command is. What was the parameters? 443, and then what did I do? Port? Oh. What is this? 10, 10, 10, 10. Boom. Don't have to go to a pen test monkey or anything like that. Copy this and paste it into a window. Probably save a good 3 minutes trying to fool with this command. And then not only that, but I know that there's not any typos because I've tested that. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. Super excited about that. And then plus, again, I need to take my mind off of Deserialization because I'm about burned out. I have learned a lot. So putting these live streams together, I don't know if there are any YouTubers out there or my guy or Robert Isaiah here, if you're a YouTuber. If not, I encourage people to just do live streams and then, just run through it with like this, because what ends up happening is you start feeling like you have an accountability partner. And you're like, bro, no matter what, I got to get up and do this because I've already said I was going to do it. And you don't want to be known as like a liar or somebody that can't come through. So no matter how comfortable the bed is, I get up at 4:30 in the morning, put on some clothes and come in here and live stream. But yeah, getting off subject, I tend to ramble a bit. I think tomorrow we're going to work on, I'm going to just fully dive into this tool and show you the power of compounded automation. Like if you're taking OSCP or if you're taking OSIP or whatever you're taking, compounded automation, bro. It's dope. So that's all I got. It's 75 minutes and my time is up. If you're watching this afterwards, just I'm gonna give you another few minutes, and I'm just gonna just spill my heart out. Maybe 4 more minutes. I'm passionate about this. I already said some of this stuff in the last video, but I have another question. What's up? While you type that, I'm just gonna keep talking though. Yeah, so I'm very passionate about this. I'm not the type that's gonna try to come up with a course and try to charge you $700 to get in it. I'm just like you. I'm just a regular dude, man. And I love this. Obviously, you can just hear it in my voice. I love what I do. And I try to support anyone that don't try to, I don't like people that try to exploit what we do for money. We do want to get paid, and we do appreciate Patreons, and we do appreciate donations and things like that. But I hate when people try to say, hey, if you want to learn ethical hacking, join my course and it's going to be $1,000. Now, if you're at the level of offensive security and things like that, obviously you got to do what you got to do to keep the labs up. So I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about regular YouTubers with maybe 1 or 2 people running the company and saying that, hey, I'm going to charge you this, whatever the case, So have you ever used the same hacking methodologies that you learned on Hack the Box in real life pen tests? That's a good question. The answer to that question is I'm not a pen tester, man. I have always, so I'm a blue teamer at work. So what I do is, what I found out when I first started my job is, I couldn't tell you what the enemy was doing if I never done it. So I study at home and I just got good at it. If I were ever on a penetration test, though, I could tell you what I would do because on a day-to-day basis, I'm a threat hunter. So I have to know more than a penetration tester in that I have to figure out every avenue that an APT would use to get into our network. So I would tell you one of the things, and I'll probably do a whole video on this, one of the protocols that's really slept on that all pen testers need to learn is WMI. WMI is so stealthy, it's ridiculous. WMI versus PS exec, I'm going with WMI all day. So that's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you pen test, yeah, you do whatever to get into the network. Typically, you have with networks in general, the regular penetration tester isn't going to be able to get in just hacking. Even with phishing, you're not even going to get in with phishing. Like, it's going to be so difficult to get into the network. It's going to be crazy. So you're going to have to use some kind of, some kind of physical penetration testing to even like get a foothold. Like, you're not going to phish a user and get in. I'm not going to say not. It is still a possibility. It's just so low of a possibility at this point in our days that you will get a user to click a link and a callback to work. Because even if you get like a interpreter shell, whatever, on a computer, there's so much shit that's going to block it that it's ridiculous. You're not going to get out. So yeah, that being said, I don't even know where I was going with that, but yeah, that's basically the landscape of everything. You're going to have your social engineering game's going to have to be on point if you want to be a penetration tester today. Now, of course, when I speak, there are exceptions. There are organizations out there that have little to no awareness, but yeah. Hey man, I appreciate that feedback. I appreciate the feedback. A lot of people tell me that, you can hear the passion in my voice. You can hear how much I want to help people, but I don't believe them. I want to, tweak that approach every day to make sure that people hear me. So I appreciate you sticking by and, man, listening to me ramble on. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be super dope when we go over some how you can script stuff. And I don't mind people stealing my ideas or stealing how I script my stuff, but just make sure if you ever take something from me that it's right for you. Like, I put my notes out in one of my videos, and yeah, the notes work for me, but if the typical cherry trees or the OneDrives or the Obsidians work best for you, then go with that, I'm just saying, whatever you do, just do it big and make sure that you flow with it. It's saving time. It's not about being smart. It's not about like studying like millions of hours a year. It's speed. I was up 24 hours for the OSCP because I didn't have my speed down pat. If I were to take the OSCP today, I'd probably be done with it in like 6 hours now with the work I put in on this tool. So that's me rambling and kind of humble bragging a bit. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to get ready for work. I hope you have a good day, Robert Isaiah, and I appreciate your questions. If you can, stop by tomorrow. And again, as promised, we'll work on this tool. I appreciate it, bro. And to everybody else that's watching, like after the fact, again, if you enjoyed this content or if you enjoy my content, the like button keeps us around. Subscribing keeps us around. And then if you got it like that, Patreon also keeps us around. But whether you do that or not, I'm showing everybody the same love because that's just the type of person I am. So 82 minutes. I've been talking for 82 minutes. I'm going to get off, man. Peace. Thanks.